13 actions which quadrupled my income. Welcome and thank you for your time and consideration. If you want to get the best bang for your buck and the greatest return for your effort, you'll find this video of interest. If you have any questions, just write them in the comment box below and I'll answer them quite quickly. 1. Working for yourself. I'm sure this goes without saying. Unless you're in big business and prepared to work your way to the top, the chances are you'll never become wealthy working for someone else. There are very few exceptions to this rule. Seriously. If you don't already do so, starting your own business is a big decision and initially a lot of work. I know because I've been there. It's the same for everyone, but consider this. Establishing a financially successful work-from-home business starting on a part-time basis is very possible. When you know exactly how, neither is it that difficult either. That's the focus of this video. Neither do you have to invest big money in starting your own business. In fact, surprisingly little. You might already have everything you need to get started on a part-time basis. You can learn so much more by going to the link at the bottom of this video. 2. Stop trading time for money. If you work for an hourly rate, most people do, you're shooting yourself in the foot, simply because it limits and severely restricts your upper income level. The solution is simple and quite easy when you understand it. Look for methods of generating residual income streams. By contrast, an example, I create digital products and profit streams of my own, and once they're created, I can sell them as many times as I wish, often for many years into the future. Once I've created one product or created a new income stream, I am free to create another, and so on. In this way, my income carries on growing. Generally, even if I stop working, my income continues to flow. Think outside the box and become creative. There's always a way. In fact, there are always many ways. 3. The work-life balance. This is so important. Decide upon your start and finish times and then stick to them. Get into a routine. Working longer hours doesn't necessarily mean that you're more productive. Becoming productive is a conscious effort. However, if you start early and become laser focused on the task at hand, you will start achieving far more. I only work for an average of 6 hours a day, but I achieve so much more than most people do simply because I'm focused. If you work for yourself, you can decide your own start and finish times and what best suits you and your family. Then remember, stick to it. Just be consistent. While you're at work, give it 101%, but when you're finished, only concentrate on your family and home life. This is a good work-life balance. 4. Most important comes first. People are always overthinking what actions and tasks they should do next, while the answer is both obvious and simple. What you enjoy doing most is inconsequential compared to what generates you a profit and income. That fact is essential. In fact, it's the only reason we work at all. If you can combine the two, that's even better. But always do what generates the bacon first. That's nearly always the most important. 5. Work with a timer. Now, if you want to become a superachiever and highly productive, then time will be your most finite and valuable of commodities. For that reason, you will have to use your time very wisely and don't let a moment of it slip away from you. I, by choice, work in increments of 20-minute blocks and then take short 5 to 10 minute breaks where I do shorter tasks or even take a comfort break, make a cup of tea, etc. To accurately measure this period, I use an inexpensive kitchen timer for a couple of reasons. It's easy to set, I don't have to watch the clock, the ticking constantly reminds me of my task and to stay focused. Working with a ticking timer in this way seems to add a sense of urgency to my task. I've shared this tip with a few of my friends who all agree it makes them more productive, so try it out for yourself. 6. Develop self-serving habits. Ask yourself an important question, which is, what actions would generate you more ongoing profit? Make this same question an ongoing priority. The answer will almost certainly be lots of things and you need to begin doing them ASAP. Begin by making a list of them and then keep it updated and prioritized. Then implement and develop one new self-serving action at a time. Keep doing this consistently until your new action becomes a firm habit. until you reach the point that you do it without conscious thought or effort and it has developed into a personal asset. We can never have too many of these. Most of us, including me, develop some very poor habits, so make a list of these also and either upgrade, improve or eliminate them from your life. Do this and in a few months' time you'll look back over your shoulder and you'll see how far you've travelled, how much more you're now achieving. You'll never run short of quality self-serving habits which need to be developed and assimilated into your life. Remember to concentrate on developing them one at a time. 7. Focus on doing what you do best. We all have our own personal set of skills, things that we do particularly well and better than most people. Generally, these are tasks and things that we enjoy doing and find rewarding. The flip side of this equation is that there are many things that, for whatever reason, we don't do that well. Perhaps these are tasks we find boring and challenging and generally dislike doing. So the positive solution is a simple equation. Concentrate your efforts on those things that you do well and don't waste your time on anything else. The tasks you don't do so well or don't enjoy doing, you should delegate or pay someone else who does do them well to do for you. When I stopped trying to do everything and being the jack of all trades, I found the passion for my job as well as the profits began to increase quite dramatically. Yours will also. 8. Decide what you're going to ignore. Now, this doesn't have to be expensive or even cost you a penny. Following on from the previous action, make a list of those things that you don't want to do. Then start to look around for someone who you think does them very well. We're going to try and make a deal with them. Approach these people and tell them that you admire their work. Everyone enjoys a genuine compliment and it's a great way of beginning a relationship. Tell them the things you're good at, your skills, and express the point that you would be interested in developing a win-win, no-lose deal with them. A trade of skill. This will generally grab their attention. Then explain the proposed deal. All it will cost either of you is your time, and in return for your valued skill as something you enjoy doing, you'll receive someone doing the actions and tasks which you don't enjoy. Boom! It makes perfect sense. Many people will see the sense in this strategy and how it will help them improve their business without investing a penny. It's also a great symbiotic way of overcoming this challenge. Some people will definitely be up for it, others won't. If they say no, then simply move on. There's no shortage of skilled individuals who will do a deal with you. I have had a number of these win-win relationships who have become great friends, and I love working with such open-minded people. 9. Changing the working environment. The environment and atmosphere in which you work will have a huge determining factor on your levels of productivity. More importantly, it will increase your levels of profitability. For this reason, you need to make certain that your work environment is as comfortable and conducive as it can be. In fact, it's probably one of the most important investments in your future profitability you'll ever make. Have you heard of cabin fever? Basically, this means to stay fresh and focused, you need to have a change of environment, even for a short time. This will make a huge difference to your level of creativity and productivity, as well as your levels of happiness. However, I'm not going to encourage you to invest into a second office. No, far from it. Here is one simple solution. Although with a little creative thought, I'm sure this can be adapted and expanded to suit your particular situation also. I'm lucky enough to live surrounded by a beautiful countryside, and so for me the answer is simple. I drive out to a nice spot in my car and I work off my laptop. Please don't laugh, not until you've tried it anyway. If you live in a town, I'm sure there are plenty of parks and places which you could substitute, or work in a bookstore. For me, the results of working from my laptop in my car for a few hours every day is this. I stay focused and I produce high quality work, lots of it. I also love this outdoor change of environment. Enough said. 10. OMAD. Now this 10th tip on generating greater profits may surprise you. OMAD is the abbreviation for 1 meal a day. I've always been a little bit chubby and well padded. The reason being is I enjoy my food and I overeat. The downside of eating in the daytime is that it makes me lethargic and it affects my levels of concentration. A few years ago I was introduced to the OMAD diet. Wanting to lose 30 pounds, I decided to give it a go. It's a very simple diet plan. The only thing you have to remember is not to eat. Not till the end of the day, that is. Anyway, I'm not sharing this with you because it's a great way of losing weight, but rather because it immediately began to sharpen my concentration. My clarity focus became noticeably improved. Neither did I have to waste my time on food preparation until I'd finished work. Before, where I would feel tired and ready for a nap, after I started OMAD, I was keen, lean and alert for the whole day. I also have tons more energy. By the way, once you get used to it, you don't even feel hungry. Please don't take my word for this. Read up on the benefits that fasting has on your mind and your body. Try OMAD for yourself. I wouldn't have mentioned it if the results it delivered me weren't outstanding. Working when I can't sleep. Now occasionally most of us suffer from bouts of insomnia. These can greatly interfere with our levels of productivity and profitability. I have a simple solution. If I wake and can't go back to sleep, then I get up and work. Usually, after a few hours of working, I'm starting to get tired again and ready to go back to bed. This usually fixes the problem for me. If it doesn't and I still can't sleep, then I get up and work some more. I repeat this process until I do eventually get to sleep. I then simply add the length of time I've worked onto the time I stay in bed. It's a case of sleep swings and roundabout, which always works for me. Lying in bed when you can't sleep is a total waste of time. 12. Staying away from negative people. You may have noticed that when you're around negative people, they bring you down to their level, the lowest common denominator. If you mention your hopes and aspirations for the future, they'll immediately start to tell you you're doing this thing wrong. Being around such people is not good for you. Your passions and enthusiasm will evaporate faster than water in a hot desert. You can really do without this because recovery from such negativity costs valuable time which you can't afford. So my advice, for what it's worth, is staying away from negative people. They're more damaging to your productivity than the common cold. 13. Keep a journal of your successes and achievements. We all easily remember our failures. However, our successes and their importance seem to fade from significance quite quickly. For that reason, your success journal will have many benefits. Just occasionally, if you're feeling less than 100%, it's great to read through your journal and remind yourself of what you've achieved. It's important to occasionally remind yourself of this. Have you heard it said, those people who keep records are more likely to also break records? I think there's a lot of wisdom in this quotation. Personally, I find reminding myself of my successes and achievements highly motivating. I'm sure that you will also. Okay, there you have it. 13 quite simple actions which more than quadruple my overall income. They will for you also if you use them. You will find a lot more helpful work from home tips and articles as well as a monthly magazine by going to faithpepper.com. If you have any comments or questions, please ask them below and I will answer them for you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to know this, so please give me a thumbs up below. It would also be great if you subscribe to my channel. If you click the little bell, I'll keep you informed of every new video. Thanks for your time. Have fun.